Welcome, Boo Believers.
Hey, Scream Hearts.
We're back.
Where'd we go? I don't know.
We haven't been here for a little bit. Turn your volume down. There you go.
I know.
You slide over too. You're making me feel like I'm all the way on there. I'm not. You're not. Oh no, you guys slide towards me. You're not.
Yeah, don't be pushing me out the booth.
Get in here.
You act like I had room a minute ago to move in.
Yeah, please, do you ever have any trouble forcing your way in somewhere?
What?
Whatever. Get in here.
That's what you say.
You're so far away.
Oh, you want me to be closer?
Yeah. Don't get used to that.
Whatever.
Hello. I am Deadsville Director Ronan James, and
I am Steph Infection.
Is that how we say it? Steph Infection. Are we French now?
Yeah.
With jazz hands?
Jazz hands.
I'm Steph Infection. Oh.
Oh, no, that's you. Yeah, you caught me off guard. So.
Yeah, I know. I usually introduce you. I threw you off. So you got a little jazz hands. Welcome to Jazz Hands with Steph Infection. And I'm your co-host, Ronan James. We are the producers of Amityville Barbie, Deadsville Rock and Roll Mysteries, many Dickie Devil and the Deviants music videos. What else? Darkly Goth Fuck Boy.
Love producing that one.
What else have we done? Steph
Gotharella.
Oh. God, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done a lot of.
We've done some shorts,
content.
Krampus shorts. We've done some things in the past. Yeah.
We have. High five. Go team.
Yeah. 6 years. There's a lot going on. And
yes. But right now, it's all Amityville Barbie all the time, isn't it?
Well, mostly.
It's mostly Amityville Barbie.
Still got some live events and some stuff we have to do, but other than Amityville Barbie, but that is our main focus.
Yes. So if you're not familiar, we are crowdfunding right now. I should have that up too. Here, you hold those for a second. In case you didn't see me live early, we got a couple surprises for you from Amityville Barbie. We're also going to do our review of Immaculate, so hang in there. And we're going to join you in the chat soon. We'll be talking about Immaculate. It's been out for a little while, so we'll do a quick spoiler-free review first. After we show you one of our first little doodads here that we got coming. I'm not. Then we'll do the spoiler-free review. Then we'll probably show you this other perk, the super limited perk, courtesy of Sarah and Cadaver at Twisted Vines Productions. Yes. She's one of the prop makers that's worked with us in the past and is working with us on Amityville Barbie. So she made some cool Amityville Barbie prop merchandise that we will be adding to the perks very soon, probably tomorrow. So we're going to unveil it here. We haven't even looked at it yet.
Nope,
we have no idea what it looks like. I have an idea what it is.
Yes, me too. I'm very excited to see. But
I have not seen them yet. And so we'll get to that very shortly. What else do we need to get to here? What was I going before we got to
these?
After we unveil that, then we'll do a full spoiler review of Immaculate, and we can get into some of the details. And you guys, if you've seen it, you can feel free to, once we get to that point, spoil and talk spoilers in the comments. Try not to spoil it until we get to that point, please, if you're in the live chat, just to be courteous to others in case they haven't seen it.
So shout out now while we're talking about it. If you saw Immaculate, if you liked it, didn't like it, no spoilers right now.
No spoilers, but definitely jump into the chat and let us know. I'm going to put the chat up here on the overlay so you'll be able to read and see each other's chats from all different platforms.
Going crazy.
Yeah, we are live simulcasting on 4 platforms. Most of you are joining us on Facebook, so we thank you for that. We are also live on YouTube, and we have a Kick and a Twitch channel as well. So if you are on Kick or Twitch, I know
we randomly get somebody on the Kick and
we do.
Like there'll be
people popping in. I don't go on to those as much. I'm not as familiar with them, but I know that we simulcast to them, so we're there. Hi, Kick and Twitch.
Hi.
Feel free to join us in the comments. And
jazz hands.
Yes, Steph Infection will give you some jazz hands. And for you Facebookers, if you send stars, I give you the mwah from my Steph Infection impersonation.
Who's the better Steph Infection?
All right. So yeah, in case you didn't, I was going to bring up you go ahead and show them that there, Steph.
How am I going to show? Okay.
Yeah, you're going to show it to them. Just show it up. They can see. Look.
Can you see? Can you
Yeah,
see the
there's a lean
sticker?
in probably to the.
Lean in.
Lean in.
My arm is not that long. Do you see how far away that camera is? Here, we're going to do this. Ready? There we go.
And Steph's going to walk it up to the camera. It'll be out of focus anyway. It's going to be out of focus all the way that close. You're way too close, and it's way out of focus. That is nope. You got to come back. It's a prime lens. It is the focal point is set to here. You're going to be out of focus unless you're right here, babe. This is. Oh my God. Obviously, she is not a camera woman.
I totally thought that was going to be a great idea.
Yeah, no, this is not. Sorry, it doesn't work like that.
Okay, so it's our stickers that say Groovy with Barbie. Amityville Barbie, the movie. And she's blowing a kiss and covered in blood.
Yep, she's got some blood splatters. Look, here's our focal. There's our prime
You
focal
can't
point.
see that either.
Yeah, well, you can see it, kind of. At any rate, the pictures are on the page. These will go out to anybody that gets a physical perk or is at any of the events or anything like that. If you guys come out, I'm sure we will have them. I'm sure if you DM either of us, we could throw us a buck or two. We could throw one in a stamped envelope out to you with an address, something like that, on PayPal. I don't know. We'll come up with something. If you want some Amityville Barbie Groovy stickers.
We can just stick them on as a perk for...
We can get it. But yeah, it comes as a perk with the other stuff. So yes, in case you're not familiar, I'm going to jump over to our Amityville Barbie page here because I can do that, and we can split screen with our
us out.
Amityville Barbie the movie.
See, he's obviously our camera guy.
I'm the tech wizard.
I just do jazz hands.
Yes, that's the jazz hands wizard. So if you haven't seen it yet, this is our Indiegogo page. We are crowdfunding right now. We are at 28% of our $30,000 goal. It's a flexible goal, so no matter what, we will get whatever we raise to fund this. We will fulfill all of our perks, and we'll make a movie. It might not be the big budgeted movie we'd like to make, but we'll make a movie no matter what. Yeah, and we have other ways to raise some funds after this as well. But
this won't be all of it. Yeah.
We're not doing too bad. We still have 28 days left, 113 backers. Thank you to everybody that's joined in so far. You can jump over here and you'll see a little bit about us. It's got the poster and some more bio and some of our previous work. See all the cool stuff we've been involved in and that we've made to this point. You can meet the other members of our team, our cinematographer and special effects artist. And then we get into some casting. We have plenty of casting announcements as well, including our most recent casting, the lovely Jessa Flux as our Barbie.
Yes.
So very
perfect fit has been. Yeah. I mean, we were really looking. There was a lot of submissions, but we just kept coming back to Jessa. We really thought she was a perfect fit.
Yeah. So there was a lot that went into consideration. Her audition, we did self-tapes. We sent out sides, they're called. There's a little insider info for those of you that may not know how this works, especially in the days of COVID. They don't do as many
teach us, Ronan,
in-person auditions anymore. You do a self-tape. So which is you set your camera up and you do the lines that they send you. They send you what is called sides, and it'll be maybe a page or two with some dialogue from a scene in the movie. As the character, you will read. Sometimes you'll have to have a reading partner off camera from
usually.
And
to see an interaction.
Unless it's a monologue or something.
But
usually it's an interactive scene and you'll have to have like somebody read off or you pretend to have somebody read off. Very cool thing I've noticed a lot of our submissions did was they would tape themselves playing the other part.
Oh yeah.
And play it back while they recorded their monologue or while they recorded their submissions.
I didn't see that yet.
So that they did theirs and they timed it great too. They timed it perfectly. There was quite a couple guys that did, Ken and Ryan that did that.
So I haven't gotten that far yet to see them.
You've seen the Barbies that we've had. You haven't seen the Ken and Ryans yet.
No.
Kent and Brian.
I know. You're going to get us like... Listen,
we're fine.
Yeah,
it's all parody.
Sure,
but yes, Jessa obviously looks the part. She's already played a version of Barbie in a movie called Darby's Scream House, which comes out soon. But she had the look, obviously, and she's a pretty well-known name in the like B-movie Scream Queen scene, which was important. We wanted somebody who was a bit more high profile. But the biggest thing was when she actually sent in, and we had seen her in a couple other movies as well. So that was another big thing. We'd already seen her act in a few other movies. She's been in, I watched her in Murder Size. And she's got a couple big ones coming out. Shark Exorcist 2, which they have toys of in Japan. I had no idea.
That's crazy. I'll have to watch that.
Shark Exorcist 2. Shark Exorcist. They have Shark Exorcist toys in Japan. It's a huge thing.
That's amazing.
And Night of the Dead Sorority Babes is another one that she has coming up with a couple of our other actresses in it as well.
Yes.
So that's very cool. But the big thing was, her audition was great. When she got the sides and sent in her self-tape, she went a little bit above and beyond. She had added some special effects stuff to it.
Yes, she did. And it was a whole,
She really captured the spirit of the scene that we sent her. So
and did it very quickly, the turnover from her having it and doing that and editing it and just
getting
sending it. Yeah, it was.
So, and she had already been sharing the project, posting the project. She had already, we had already been in contact. We knew Jessa was going to be involved in some way or another. Robert Best, one of the producers. I haven't gone to see if Rob has sent. He was going to send in a submission as well for one of our male guys. One of our characters, Kent, or one of the guys.
We'll have to check it
when
we get off.
Check it later. Yes, but yes, the audition was great, and then we also had I guess it was like a fight tape that we asked them to do. That we asked the ladies to do because this is a very stunt and action heavy feature. This is not just your normal.
No, this is women kicking ass.
Yes, women kicking ass. So we had to make sure that our lead Barbie could kick some ass. We convincingly look convincing, throwing punches, throwing kicks on camera. It's not easy to do. It's not something that comes natural. And especially if you're fight in the real world, if you really know how to fight,
you need to forget all that.
Yeah, it's totally different. It is 180 degrees, the opposite direction of everything you would probably do in a real fight 9 times out of 10.
Which is so funny because so many people that I've talked to, they're like, oh, well, I've done this and kickboxing and this, so I'll be great. And I'm like, no. You're going to be stuck in what you know and your muscle memory. It's actually going to be harder for you.
Yep, that's what happens.
To reteach. Yeah, they just think they would be a good stunt person because.
Or it's not even necessarily stunts, but the whole film fighting. Fighting on camera is an art that I think a lot of people don't even recognize or appreciate in the general masses. Among stunt people, it's appreciated because we all make and watch test fights and all that kind of stuff. And when we're watching a movie and the fight scene comes on, we're all watching and we're like, oh man, yeah, that was a good hit.
Oh, believe me.
That was good.
Try watching a fight movie with him. He's like rewinding. Do you see this? I'm like, they just did a blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I know. Okay. Let me watch the movie. But it is an art. It's an art.
So yeah, we had to make sure. Now, obviously, we can always stunt double for some bigger stuff, but we need our main actress to be able to be in there for close-ups, throwing punches, throwing kicks, convincing you all that Amityville Barbie is kicking all that ass. And so Jess's fight demo came back, and it was good enough. It was. She has really good kicks because she's a dancer. She told me, she's like, I'm a dancer. So, and that usually works in the choreographers too, because here's how it goes. The dancers sometimes will they'll be able to get the beat down, but maybe not look as physical, look as menacing, look as tough, look as like they're actually really in a fight, but they'll be able to get the moves down. That's where you kind of you have to find that balance. Whereas like a real fighter will look like he's really in a fight, but then he looks like he's really in a fight, which looks terrible on camera because this isn't a real fight on camera. This is an acting fight, and the camera makes everything look smaller. So in a real fight, and just the real quick explanation of it is, in a real fight, you do small compact moves to keep yourself guarded and to be quick and all that stuff. But that looks terrible on camera. On camera, you do real long, extended moves because the camera likes lines. It likes pretty lines and long movements, and to really sell and to make things look painful or look strong or powerful.
Actually, really nobody saw what we were doing because you're still on that.
Oh, it should have been on the split screen.
It's really
I'm sorry.
I just
supposed
realized
to be on split screen. We're supposed to. We're at the bottom.
Yeah, we're really tiny.
What's going on? That wasn't
that's split screen.
No, do you see that right there?
Yeah.
That's what I was on earlier
chat,
today.
I think over here.
No, that's not. That's not. This is what I was on earlier today, and it was working just fine.
Oh.
What the hell happened?
I don't know. But we can take that off. Oh, we can't. Oh, man.
Still working on it. Bear with us, folks. I blame them for this because this is...
You would.
I swear to God, go watch my live stream from earlier, and this was me in the big window and that in a side window.
Oh, really?
Like that. Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take that off of there. Sorry, guys.
So I wonder why. Yeah. No, well, we were just saying you have to elongate.
Yeah. Big movements. Camera shrink stuff. You got to make stuff bigger. So, so yeah. Welcome to the family, Jess,
yes.
Flux, and welcome to Team Amityville Barbie. We're going to have more casting announcements and all that soon. We got to still go through all our Kent and Brian submissions. We've had a couple good ones. So if you still have one you want to get it in.
Yep.
All right, shall we? Well, let's check in here on the chat.
Yeah, it's been going nonstop.
It has been. Let's go check in with everybody. I see a lot of names here. Dan Dye, what's up? Thanks for checking in. Brittany Fox. Hi, Brittany. Thanks for checking in.
You can't even say hi to Brittany without.
I know. I gotta be like, no, I know. I can't help it. Louis Moss checking in. Tony Gonzalez. Chandra Rawlings. Hi.
Hi, everyone.
There's Robert
Jazz
Press.
hands.
Jazz hands
for
from
all
Steph.
of you.
Sin says, how you doing, ghoulies? Tony Gonzalez says, how you doing? Dan Dye with the doodads. Ronan, I had a bad dream. Can I sleep in your room tonight? Kevin Shave asks.
I mean,
maybe.
Sleepover, Kevin?
Then Dan Dye says, boo dads. Saren, our prop maker, checking in.
Hi,
with
Saren.
With the evil laugh. We're going to unveil soon, Saren. It is here. Let's see. Anna says, hi, Ronan and Steph.
Hi, Anna.
Anna saw Tarot, and it was awesome.
God, I know. We've just been so busy. We really want to go see it.
See.
I don't know when, though.
What else do we got?
We're going to have to wait until it comes out.
Kick, Twitch, talking about that. Oh, Reese Bowling checking in. Hey, my spooktacular friends. Hope you're all having another wicked night. You both are absolutely amazing, fantastic, and incredible.
Reese,
thanks, Reese.
You're just so sweet.
I know. Steph Infection's blushing. Give him some jazz hands, Steph Infection. Louis, stickers. I need some for my filing cabinet.
Yes.
Yes, and Dan says now we need physicals. 28 days left in the
28 days. Wink,
28 days later. Robert Best claps. Yes. Rob's going to get his in for Kent soon. He was one of the producers on Darby's Scream House.
Very
Thanks for joining
cool.
us. What else we got? Rob agrees, whole different world with film fighting.
Yeah. And I think that's why even when I'm not a fighter, but I'm a dancer. And when you would teach me, certain moves, I think of it more of like on an 8 count, like how I'm like.
That's all on time.
Yeah.
Yep. And then Justin Seelig with the what's up, motherfuckers. Hey, Justin, keeping it classy as always.
So fetch. So fetch.
I saw that was his one word to describe you. How perfect. Fetch. Very fitting. All right. Well, thank you all for checking in. We're caught up on the chat. All right, let's talk about Immaculate.
Okay.
All right. If you guys haven't seen it yet, Immaculate is a creepy Catholic horror starring Sydney Sweeney.
Yes.
Who's kind of making a name for herself as an actress.
I really liked her. I don't know what else she's in, if I've seen anything, but I couldn't pinpoint. Did I see her in anything?
We have seen her in other things. I will.
I know. I'm going to go through her.
Yeah, she looks way different on her IMDb page. Yeah, she's in a Handmaid's
I didn't watch that. Madam Web? I didn't watch that.
She's not in Madam Web. Or she is in Madam Web, yes.
Robot Chick. I didn't see any of these movies that she was in.
Let's see how this shares now.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood I did. Who was Snake?
Nope, look at this. It's doing it again. It still won't do it. All right, guys, we're going to close the... Let's see if I can hide the chat overlay. Maybe that'll work. No, it makes us small and that big. It was totally the opposite.
But that's what that looks like, though.
Yeah, but that's not what it was.
All right. Well, it's better than just do it without the chat. That's fine.
Yep.
I don't remember Snake in Once Upon a Time. Okay. I mean, she looked familiar to me, but that's I didn't watch any of this. Along Came the Devil. I don't know if I saw that.
I guess we'll stick with this one.
Pretty Little Liars. I mean, she's been in a ton of stuff that's recognizable. I just personally haven't seen any of this.
Yeah, I haven't seen her in a lot of stuff either, but the ones that I did, I mean, I guess...
her IMDb is long, but besides Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I don't think I saw any of these movies that she's in. However, I thought she was absolutely perfectly cast for this part. She has a very innocent look, a naive way about her. Yeah. Like when she comes in, and it's almost like she's just completely full of like grace and kindness and wants to believe that everything is perfect, and you know, she's kind of shown the hard way that it's not all, you know, peachy.
She was Girl on 90210.
That's the later version, which I did watch, but
oh, she was on Heroes. She was a little
Criminal
girl
Minds.
on Heroes.
Danny Forrester. Wait, on Criminal Minds, I was obsessed with Criminal Minds.
She's been a bunch of TV
I remember
stuff.
that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Grey's Anatomy, The Martial Arts Kid. I know some people that worked on that.
Yeah. Well, either way, so what did you... I mean, she did great.
Yeah. I thought she was really good. She was pretty well cast in it. Again, I haven't
She has
watched
an
a whole bunch of
angelic
other stuff,
face.
she does, and a very innocent kind of, but like pretty young-looking, naive kind of.
And that was like kind of the whole. That's why I thought she was casted perfectly, because I didn't recognize her, so I liked seeing her come in. She was a great actress. She had this, you know, like the beginning scene is like a couple of cops like checking out her passport and being like, "Oh, she's too pretty to be going to the convent." Basically,
she's going to Italy. All right, so let's go. Yeah, let's jump to that. So, the synopsis: Cecilia, a woman of devout faith, is warmly welcomed to the picture-perfect Italian countryside, where she is offered a new role in an illustrious convent. But it becomes clear to Cecilia that her new home harbors dark and horrifying secrets.
Okay. Obviously, we're not getting into any spoilers. I did really enjoy this. I felt like from the beginning, from that opening scene, our hearts were racing. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And like
a lot of them,
it's like a chase scene kind of, you know, but like it's like the opening scene, and then I don't know. I was faced with something that is one of my biggest fears, and I lost my breath watching the opening scene. And like,
the opening scene, I was like,
really
holy
powerful. Crap. Yeah, that was good. It caught me right away.
Sets it up. I mean, it's fucking creepy, and there's scary nuns, and it gets pretty.
If y'all didn't go to Catholic school, you don't even know how scary those MFers are.
I mean, the opening scene definitely like jumps out, and you're just like, wow, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then we kind of jump to
her coming in, and it's like it's like a nice convent, and they're all, you know, I don't know. You get like the sense of nothing, you know, it's just like a community.
It's almost like a hospice convent is where she's going, is where, if you noticed, like a lot of it is for where old nuns are being cared for as they die. A lot of them are on their deathbed.
That's a lot of big convents, though, especially in Italy.
All right, well, that's what she was there for. Like, that was her. Like, she was there because she was there to take care of these old, that was her, like, all the young nuns' callings was to, like, remember they went through the whole thing of wiping their asses and all that stuff, and it was all about, and then the next day, like she was getting all close to the nun, and then the nun.
No, that was just part of their training. It wasn't the reason they were there.
No, that was
She said there's a priest that talked her into going to, like, getting,
but their whole calling was to help these nuns, to take care of these nuns in their old age.
She didn't take her vocation yet. It was
I know that she was about to take it, but that's what she was going into a life of servitude at this convent because that's what they did. They took care of these older nuns on their hospice.
Yeah, I just got that was part of it, and she just wanted to learn from Italy, like these Italian nuns. That's what I got from that, because that's what a lot of people do. They go to. Okay, she didn't go just to take care of old nuns.
It was the whole thing was that the young nuns come in and take care of the old nuns. That's their service. That was their form of service. It was like the whole gist of that convent, I thought.
I didn't get that from it. I just got it as a regular convent because that's what happens in these convents with the young take care of the old. It's even in Philly. That's what they do. So I have a lot of aunts that are nuns. So I didn't get it as that was the reason. It was just she thought that was her calling.
You didn't get it. That's what I got from it.
Yeah. So either way, I don't know. You go on.
Okay. So we were just talking about the opening. So after the opening blows you away, there's like another, how long would you say the opening is? Like 4 minutes, 5 minutes?
Yeah, about that.
So then there's like another 35 minutes that is absolutely mind-bogglingly confusing. And
oh my God.
I have no idea what the fuck is going on.
That he said that 100 times.
Like, I am usually pretty good at figuring out everything and knowing I write movies. I've taken script writing courses and I've worked in movies for 20 plus years.
And you pride yourself in knowing early on what's going on.
Man, there was like 35 minutes after that opening sequence where everything that happened, I was just like, what the fuck is happening? What is going on?
He kept saying it. Now, I remember the exact minute that we both looked at each other and
it was 40 minutes in.
43 minutes in.
43?
Yeah, 43 minutes in.
And I paused the goddamn movie. I look over at her. I know exactly what's going on.
Well, you said part of it. Right. And then I said the second half, and we both went, oh!
You confirmed what my suspicions were. We'll get to that.
But we both at that moment, we were like, holy shit, yes.
There was that. At that point, we both knew exactly. And then after that, I was like, You
go, now I know what the fuck's going on.
I know exactly what the fuck is going on.
But he kept looking at me going, what the fuck is going on?
Because they had these scenes that would just have, they didn't lead, they didn't like lead to anything. And they would just like end abruptly. And you're like, wait, what? What the fuck just happened? Why is he? And they would have just like weird interactions or something. And you're just like, what the hell did that have to do with anything?
And there was like one guess that you did. And I was like, I don't know. I just saw it this way. We both were thinking something totally different for like a period of time. It just wasn't, it didn't give it to you where it wasn't as predictable. And so I like that about this.
Well, I'll also say this. I usually like, I watched the trailer for this. I've talked about it as it was getting ready to come out when I did my live streams. And I, at no point from the trailer, realized that this was a movie about an Immaculate Conception.
No.
Like, well, at no point did I ever the movie's called Immaculate.
I kind of think that that's not really something that they want it to be known before you see it.
Really?
That's why I think it might be a little bit of a spoiler.
Maybe spoiler. Whatever. It's called Immaculate.
Well, yeah, but they're all immaculate. Immaculate Conception is a different. That's a whole different thing.
Whatever.
Immaculate.
It made so much more sense though once I realized everything that was going on. Once everything clicked.
Immaculate. I just thought it meant like she was the perfect nun. Like I don't know.
Yeah. See,
we're getting way into spoilers now because I think that's the whole point of showing the trailer and not having you realize that.
I guess. Fair enough.
He ruined it. Yeah. Sorry.
Well, I mean, most people have seen it already, though they're joining us anyway. So if not,
sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's what it is. So,
Can't take you anywhere.
Not to give away any more spoilers, we'll just jump to the end. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Way more than I thought I was going to enjoy it. And the ending was awesome. Like, usually I hate the ending of movies. I usually think that is like the endings are the weakest point of every movie these days.
Because they're like recently they wrap it up so quickly.
They wrap it up quick, or they don't wrap up they leave ends loose and don't tie everything up because they just don't give a shit and they're just trying to fucking wrap the finish. It's like a selfish man having sex. He's just like, oh, let's wrap this up. Not even worried about tying up all the loose ends.
Exactly.
See, this is why I tie the loose ends early in my movie.
Not always.
Hey. Anyway, innuendo aside, the ending was really good, and I was hoping it was kind of go there, and I was like, yeah. There were parts, and there was parts that I totally forgot about. The one part I was just like, yeah. So there was
this is something that you literally you were waiting for.
So mad! I was so mad at parts of this movie when we realized what was going on and everything. I was so fucking mad, though.
No,
I was so mad about everything that was happening. I was like, oh my god, get the fuck out!
I know, but then
I was screaming at it, and I knew
you were on board. You were like,
the fucking cool Italian girl that smoked cigarettes. I knew exactly. Oh man, I knew she wasn't gonna make it through the movie.
Well, we all knew that. Man. You don't even have to watch this movie to know that. But a cool fucking girl smoking cigs, chilling, talking about sex at a convent. Yeah, she ain't making it.
Well, at any rate, it had its drawbacks. Definitely had questions. But I enjoyed it. I liked it. I was fucking cheering. I was like, yeah,
it was. I know. I had to like take a couple.
Oh man, I was fucking hype.
You were.
And then at the end,
it was like he was watching a UFC
I was like, wait,
fight.
and I was like, are they gonna do it? Are they gonna do it? And they fucking did it, man. Oh god, the ending was so good. I fucking love the ending so much.
God, calm yourself down.
Well, because most fucking movies aren't going to do that. They won't do that. The balls that they have.
All the movies that you like.
The balls that they have to do it.
Have to do with hurting a certain.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. It could just hurt any human.
No.
Any shitty human. I hate all shitty humans.
Our kids shitty.
Yeah. Most times kids are selfish, shitty humans. They're fucking terrible. I was the worst when I was a kid. Kids are like the most selfish and worst.
Oh, God. This ain't right.
All right. So, I recommend the shit out of this one. And I don't normally say that about these kinds of movies. I don't like do the religious thing.
I love the religious movies.
The whole fucking nun thing and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't really do much for me. And I wasn't even looking forward to this. We were looking for something to watch.
I've been asking for us to watch it.
We've been looking for something. We were looking for something to watch, and then we were like, it's only like $4 on Amazon. Let's rent it. And we rented it. And
because I was raised in Catholic school. I went to 12 years of Catholic school with nuns. I have family that are in the convent, so many religious and priests and everything. So see, there's still some type, even though I don't practice, there's still some type of like fear when it comes to like exorcists and priests and like, demonic and like the church taking over and actually being these like, I don't know, like I like these movies, where like good is actually evil and, all this stuff. Yeah. I like it.
Yes. Well, as we've learned, the church isn't so good.
No. And none of humanity is. So it's like, it's, they're not perfect. So, but when you see it, there is some kind of fear in that, mythos of,
heaven and hell.
Heaven and hell. Yeah. So I like it.
All right. So we both recommend it. Both say give it a watch. And that's going to wrap up our spoiler-free section. So
not so much, Ronan.
Our somewhat spoiler-free section. So we're going to go to spoilers in a minute. We'll jump real quick here and bring up my screen share, and we'll.
It's really hot in here, doesn't it?
The air's off. So let's jump to Rotten Tomatoes. It's got Immaculate on here, and it's got 71% fresh on the tomatometer.
Okay.
With a 60% audience score.
That seems about right.
Yeah, I guess that's where I'd put it.
Yeah.
It was really confusing at the beginning.
You were more confused than I was.
Coming after
like I didn't take it as confusing. I was just like, I didn't know what was going on, but I was enjoying those moments where you were just like, what the fuck? Like, nonstop. Where I was like, what? They're just killing people. What do you mean?
Philip DeSeaman says a really charismatic actor can supercharge even the most stolid genre fare. But that's what Sweeney pulls off as the innocent but fast-learning Cecilia.
Yeah.
Kaylee says acting was the best part of it. Plot semi-dull. That's an audience review. Sharon J says, I do not recommend this movie. Oh my goodness, Sharon J.
I disagree with you, Sharon J.
Time Magazine's Stephanie Zakaric says, the movie's shockaroo ending made me wince and it made me laugh. It's bad gal blasphemy of the highest order.
That sounds like you wrote it.
Yeah. I loved it. Mm-hmm. All right. Jump into the wiki just to check and see if there's anything here. A psychological horror film by Michael Moen, written by Andrew LaBelle. He must have some deep-seated Catholic guilt. It stars Sydney Sweeney, who also produced Alvaro Morte, Benedetto Porcaroli, and Dora Romano.
Can you not?
I'll not.
You forgot for a minute, like, where we were.
Yeah. Oh, I know exactly where we are. We're live doing shenanigans.
Always.
Immaculate premiered at South by Southwest on March 12th, 2024. Released theatrically in the United States by Neon on March 22nd, 2024. Received positive reviews and has grossed $23 million against a budget of $9 million. So, yeah, we could see an Immaculate 2.
Yeah.
Electric Boogaloo.
Oh my God.
Ha ha! Look, and now look how it is. Why is it looking like that now? Now the screen share is working normal.
Wait, but
I told you.
Did you try to cover my face?
No. You need to lean in more.
No.
No, you're going the wrong way. Duh.
Going the wrong way.
Story of Steph's life, kids. She's going the wrong way.
I was waiting.
Oh, boy. All right. This dude was creepy. Alvaro Morte as Father Sal Tedeschi.
You couldn't even help yourself.
What? Alvaro Morte. Come on. If you're going to have a name like that, you got to say it properly.
Really?
Yes.
I don't have a name like that. I don't need to say it like that.
Well, your name is Stephanie Jones. Okay. It sounds stupid if I go, Stephanie Jonas. That just sounds ridiculous. Right? It does not sound as cool as Alvaro Morte.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yes.
I'm crying. I can't.
Stephanie Jonas. So we should credit you. We'll put little squiggles all around your fucking all around your vowels.
Squiggles.
We'll put little whatever the fuck they are. I don't know, man. Oh, this is the shenanigans people have missed, right?
Oh my God.
Steph Infection crying, me being a dumbass. This is better than Amityville Barbie's going to be, probably.
Probably. No, kid.
We kid. Amityville Barbie's going to be fucking great. It's gonna be the greatest movie since Ben-Hur.
You know that only a certain audience understands that.
I know. Only my cinephiles know it.
Yes. And there was a point in time where I didn't know what that was, and you had to tell me.
Yes. It's only the greatest cinematic epic ever.
Oh, really? Is that right?
Justin Seelig says, Stephanie S. El Succubusio.
Hell is masculine.
La succubusio. I don't know. You knock me around sometimes. You're a little masculine. You got some linebacker in you. Don't let her fool you. She could tackle like a linebacker.
I am pretty strong.
If she was, they would have drafted her in the first or second round. All right, I think it's time. Shall we? Shall we check this out?
Yes,
now?
please.
The people have dealt with our shenanigans for long enough.
Stop with whatever you're doing.
All right.
I'm sweating.
Yes.
Before we went live, while I was opening this, there was a fly behind us, and I was screaming because it's somewhere behind.
It's dead now. I got it.
It's dead. And he was like, "We're about to go live. Can you guys stop?" And
I'm smushed behind one of these posters right now. All right. All right. Focus.
Okay.
Focus.
There we are. Story time
done. Chat back up again for everybody. The chat overlay, so you guys can see yourself. You see what you're chatting. Chat amongst yourselves. All right, as we go through this. So this is sent to us from Sarah and Cadaver, once again from Twisted Vines. Sarah made our Doggy Deviant puppet for Deadsville Rock and Roll Mysteries. And if you watched like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, we unveiled our Amityville Barbie Ouija boards. Custom-made Amityville Barbie Ouija boards.
2 of them.
Means that there is now a Ouija board scene in Amityville Barbie. So Sarah had said she wanted to do
we're keeping those.
Yeah, well, they're not going.
They're for us.
Sarah said she wanted to do something for backers, something special, since people seemed. I'll let you do the honors. To dig the Ouija boards. And you can have full-size custom Ouija boards made by
Oh. I don't even know if anyone can see. How cool is that?
Yeah, that is rad.
How freaking cool. How do you say it? What is that?
Planchette. So these are, I don't know if you can see it, but these
said, "Hi, I made some Barbie-related keychains. Hand them out as you see fit. Good luck, Saren. Stay spooky." Oh my gosh, I love these. One's going on my keychain.
These are Barbie Planchette keychains.
And they got the bee.
They got the Barbie bee in there.
They are purple glitter.
Yeah.
And they're pink resin.
Resin, I believe. Yeah.
Oh my god!
And there's a bunch
these are
of them.
so cool. Oh my gosh! Thank you. She just said I can make more, and Justin said, "Shut up, Justin. You got one. You got one. I'm going to save one for you."
There's a few different. There's like swirled ones in here. There's a bunch of different colors that you. Like look at the back of that.
Well, it's the way they set.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Oh my gosh!
That's awesome. All right.
Thank you so much. I cannot believe that you do this. I don't think you realize we appreciate this so much. This is going above and beyond for us. Thank you.
These are
go to Twisted Vines.
Fucking amazing.
Go to her shop, see what she does. Everything's amazing.
Yes, and if you are interested in custom Ouija boards, you can order them through Twisted Vines. Message Saren.
I gotta pick one out.
Yeah, pick one out.
I gotta go through all of them and make sure that I get the most perfect one. Y'all know how I roll. Ooh. Oh yeah, look at that one.
Oh wow, it's got clear on the bottom.
Clear.
Interesting. It's like a ooze.
It's like an ooze. Oh, this one's bright pink.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna lay these all out, Saren, and just go through. And this is what I do because I always need the most perfect of something. And I'll slowly pick which ones, and then I'll go through and make sure I have the best one ever.
All right. Well.
She said, "I will also have a few mini boards available."
Yes.
Ooh. Yes.
There'll be mini boards as well. Mini Ouija boards, Barbie Ouija boards will be available soon. So. If you're interested, you can comment, obviously.
Yeah.
And make sure you follow Twisted Vines.
Yes.
and follow Saren. And if you need something custom ordered, make sure you reach out.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Saren. These are fucking awesome.
And it's such great quality. It's like, it's not just like, nothing cheap, nothing just, painted on a board. These are like really immaculate.
Really nice.
Immaculate.
There's carvings and stuff in the boards and all. And these keychains are awesome.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, there was our unveiling. There it is. More Amityville Barbie merch will be available. We'll figure out how we will dispense these events and maybe the VIPs for the party or something, get them or something.
Listen, I hate when you do these things live. We'll talk privately. We'll figure this out. Because you just say things and I'm like, oh, well, now it's got to be that.
All right. All right. That'll be a discussion for later. Let's get into spoilers for Immaculate.
All right. So if you didn't see it, sign off, go watch it and come back. Or if you don't really care, I mean, this is kind of like a big ending.
Yeah.
So he kind of said a little bit of something.
Well, we're going to go through, we're not going to go through everything, but we're going to hit the main points and we're going to spoil some of the main points. So now's the time to tune out if you don't want anything spoiled. We're hanging if you've already watched the movie and we can discuss what you liked or didn't like about certain parts that we're going to talk about. So without further ado, let's kick in and dig deeper, Steph Infection. Pass me a shovel.
Oh, you use your hands.
Come on, put it.
You use your hands. Why do you gotta look all flamboyant like that?
I need two hands. It's a big mound.
What's a big mound?
Of dirt that I'm shoveling out of the way.
You better be talking about that dirt.
Talk about the dirt so I could dig deeper. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So how about that fucking opening? God damn.
Dude.
That shit was fucking creepy as fuck. The exterior, and she's sneaking in, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? She's sneaking in to get the key and shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, she sneaks in to get the key, and then she's running out. She's trying to leave, and then she's going through the fence, and then they fucking get her.
Get her. That whole scene with her trying to get through the fence, and you just see these four nuns. Four or five of them.
I don't know.
And they're just
too
like,
many of them.
They're like moving in unit. Like it's eerie how in step.
Don't they like slice her leg? Like her Achilles?
No.
I forget.
They get out. They're coming up, and she's trying to get through, and she's almost through. And then as she just gets through, the one you see a hand come through and grab her fucking ankle and pull her leg back, and she looks back, and they're all standing there, and the nun takes her leg and smashes it.
That's right. Yeah.
Between the iron bars and breaks her fucking ankle.
That's right.
Just breaks the fucking ankle, dude. God. Yes, Penguin March. Yes, that's exactly what it was, Dan Dye. Yes. The fucking Penguin March, dude. That was creepy as fuck. The way it was backlit. That was really like that opening scene. I love when they really set up the opening scene well and it's shot well. That was one thing I'll say about this movie, like cinematically, like from a standpoint of just like the not just the settings, but the way the settings were framed. It was so good. There was it was such a really like it adds so much creepiness. Like the awesome architecture. They're working with awesome architecture, but you can shoot awesome architecture poorly.
Yes.
And not get
100%
the kind of feel that this movie gives you that with the way they shot a lot of this stuff. So it was really well shot.
It took my breath away before the part that actually took my entire breath away. Like it really did. Just like you're on edge, seeing if she can get away.
Oh, dude, the whole thing with like when she's creeping to steal the keys and she's trying to make a noise, and you see these old crusty nuns sleeping, and you're just like, oh fuck, man,
crusty.
No, it was fucking that opening was fucking great, and it sets the tone,
and then.
Where you're just like, what the fuck?
Smash her leg, and you're like, they got her.
Yeah. And if that isn't bad enough,
it goes dark, and then there's a match,
and she's buried alive.
Coffin.
Man. She is buried alive.
Oh my god! Which is just like my worst nightmare. That's my worst nightmare. Being buried alive, like.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh my god.
And she had a broken leg just in the fucking coffin.
Oh my god.
That's it. And the light goes out, and that's how the intro ends. And you're just like this. You're just filled with this whole fucking sense of dread just over like.
Dude, this is the one part that, like, okay, I know that they were doing it for a reason, and they had to get rid of people, which we're in spoilers. They have to get rid of people that were defying them or whatever. They're still nuns. Like, they still were looking to have the second coming of Jesus Christ. Why would you bury her alive and torture her?
I know,
like, why?
Well, did you remember that was
movie,
not just that. Remember they said,
oh yeah.
Remember that was their whole fucking thing.
They're like the ones that whip themselves.
Yeah.
That's right.
That was their, what was it? Means that it's in the fucking.
Yeah, when you
the sacrifice means love or some shit like that. What was
it? No, that's right.
I gotta Google it because there were pictures of it that came up.
Well, it's like
when I did images.
Well, Jesus, like
damn it.
I forget the actual saying, but yeah, it's like.
Where is it? Of course, it's not going to come up on this one. I got to go to the other search engine.
No, but it's when you. Oh God, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess it's not sacrifice.
No, come on.
Okay, what is the other word? Does anyone remember?
Suffering is love.
Suffering. Thank you. I know it began with a. Yeah, because Jesus suffered, and
suffering is love.
There's a lot of like priests and stuff. They will make themselves suffer. They will wear, cause themselves pain to suffer like Christ did, and kind of torture themselves. So that makes sense. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So so suffering is love, and that's why they would make her suffer before she died. All right. So then we get our intro credits, and we meet
torture.
Sydney Sweeney's, getting her passport and her shit looked through by some cops, and I love this line where he's like, "Such a beautiful girl, what a waste." So true. Sorry, so true.
Why does only a pretty girl have to do something else?
No, it's just a waste for anybody. Not just that, but Jesus. Like, I think he was he was talking about her being young and like pretty and stuff.
Because he wanted to do her.
Yes, but he was also commenting on how young she was too.
I just got that he was being a pig, but.
Well, I mean, that was part of it, obviously, but that's also, in other cultures saying something like that might not be offensive. This is Italy. That was Italy.
They were they were trying to be
whatever. At any rate,
they were being pigs.
At any rate, somebody marrying Jesus at how old was she? 20, 21 maybe. She was young. At any rate, yeah. That's I felt like she was attractive, but also because like she was barely an adult and she's already like committing herself to God. That's kind of why I thought he was kind of making that commentary as well. Like
for decades, they always were young. You were 18 right out of high school, so
crazy. That's cray.
Well,
Dad says young nuns are hard to come by.
I mean, they are now, but that's the whole point. For decades, if they didn't go to college, if they didn't get married, 18, 19, 20, they went into the convent. It was. It's what it was.
Yep. All right, so we got all that. We can get to some of the weirdness. I think that there's like weirdness going on, and that's what was just kind of like, what the fuck? Our first clue, our first inkling is when the woman is like sprawled out crying on the ground, and Sydney Sweeney,
and she's got the white or red. The red
thing. She's laying, and the spike is there, and that's when Sydney's like, "What is this place?" And and the other woman comes down, and here comes your main plot point. This is the spike of Jesus. The spike of Jesus. And I didn't put any of that together at first. We were kind of like, okay, it's the spike of Jesus.
Yeah, and then we had another. We thought it was going to be something else.
Well, we thought we thought it would have been the spike of one of the criminals. I thought maybe, but I mean, there's a million ways you can question the whole spike thing. The whole thing though was this spike came about, and then also during this time we learned about the priest who used to be a biologist, who was a scientist,
which is how I was like,
that's why it all added together. But once I saw the spike was what made me think, oh yeah. they're gonna pull some fucking DNA shit off.
But let's just get to it. We don't even have to go through every little thing in the beginning. But what made us go? I mean, so many times, like the old lady coming out, then them killing the one, and you were like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like the whole time. And then at one point, I said something before. I was like, when she threw up, I was like, "She's pregnant. She's pregnant."
Right. When we realized that she was pregnant.
And I was, and then you were like, "Oh," and then you were the one that you were like, "They used the blood on the spike." And I go, "And the priest was a biologist." And we like high-fived. We were so excited because it all just came out.
Yep. No, that's exactly what.
That's how it makes
total. I mean, it's actually a really good fucking. It's good writing. I kind of like the.
It makes perfect sense. Literally, I know
Christians would take science and try and have the second coming of Jesus and force it. I would not put that past.
It's probably happening out there right now on something that they assume
somebody's got
Jesus.
The Shroud of Turin or whatever, and trying to pull some DNA.
There's no
off
DNA off of that. I've seen it in person.
At any rate. But yeah, that's kind of that was where the thing went, and totally believable.
Yeah.
Now, what's not believable? Let's get into a couple of my problems that I had with this, because that was really good, and I really like the way they worked that in.
All right, what's your problem? Here we go.
I liked, before we get into other stuff that I really liked about it, I'm going to put out a couple of my problems with the movie. So one thing, right off the bat, I question, when does this movie take place?
Oh.
Because
I got like 70s.
Okay.
Vibe.
You got 70s vibe. That's kind of what I felt like, 70s, 80s. But then why in the car does he have a cell phone?
So maybe it wasn't. Maybe it's just old Italy.
Okay.
Yeah. He did have a cell phone?
Oh, that's how she got caught.
Oh,
remember
that's right.
When she faked the miscarriage?
Okay.
And he had to drive her?
I'm going to be honest. I just said that right now because you just asked me. But when we were watching the movie, I didn't think about it at all. I didn't think about it.
The whole movie, nobody ever has a cell phone anywhere ever in the entire movie. And it feels like it takes place a little while ago. But even in like the airport and stuff. Even before she gets to the convent, in the airport and all, they're smoking in the airport.
Oh, yeah.
Like it felt like it was an old time. Like this was taking place.
I didn't even think of that until
a couple decades ago.
I got 70s in it. Like that's how I felt the whole time. That's what I felt
too. And then he whips out a cell phone in the car, and I'm like, wait, what decade does this movie take place in?
I didn't even think of that. Because
she totally gets busted by. She should have gotten away if it was the 70s, because there's no fucking cell phone. She would have never got caught. But how did she expect to get away and not that and she totally left the dead chicken right under the bed Could you find a worse hiding spot besides right under the bed? Not even wrapped up in anything. It's just right under the bed that you were just bleeding.
Maybe some people don't know what you're talking about. So she acted like she was bleeding because she's pregnant with the second coming of Christ.
So so it all comes. She figures out that they drugged her and they impregnated her with this fucking with this cloned whatever zygote, whatever the fuck it was, whatever the DNA that they took from the spike supposedly of Jesus's blood, and it's in her now, and she's going to give the birth. So they're all treating her like she's going to give birth to the second coming of the fucking Savior, and she.
I mean, actually, it would just be like his son. So it's not him.
I guess, but it's his DNA, so I would still say that it was wholly immaculate DNA.
Yeah. And she had no broken.
So she figures all this stuff out. One of the Italian smoking nun, the other young good looking nun that was in there with her, she's already been killed because she tries to tell her to get the fuck out of there, that everything's wrong, that this is all fucked up, that this is all some bullshit going on, and they're fucking doing shady shit, and they drag her off. And she goes out and sees her get her tongue cut off, and then the girl just disappears, and we don't see her again the rest of it. So she's fucking dead.
We know she dead. We think she died.
Yeah, because they killed the first girl who acted up. So of course they killed the last girl that acted up. So then Sydney Sweeney is like, she realized, okay, I got to get out of here. They're not letting me get out of here. I need to go to a real hospital. So there was a scene where she wouldn't kill a chicken earlier. That was one of the things they had to do, chop the head of chicken. She couldn't kill the chicken. So now, at this point, they cut to a scene. She's screaming. There's blood everywhere. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Da, da, da.
I said out loud, I go, where is she cut herself at? Like I thought she
we all
cut her.
knew that.
Yeah.
We knew
it wasn't real.
Yeah. So they're like, oh yeah, she's gonna have a miscarriage and lose the savior, so we got to take her to a hospital. So they put her in a car and they're driving her to the hospital. And they only get like a couple miles away. It's a long drive to the hospital.
God, I can't believe I didn't think of that.
Yeah, so all of a sudden, while they're driving, they cut back to the fucking room where the nuns are like cleaning up after they just took her out. And their beds are these stupid little squalor beds that are raised up off the ground. There's no like drapes or anything on the side. No, I'm saying, that. There's places to store it.
Yeah.
There's places she could have hid it. But no, she doesn't hide the dead chicken with no head on it. Anywhere where it would not be seen. It's literally directly under the bed, and the bed is just this plank on this fucking plank on like 4 wooden legs, nothing draped over, covering, no blankets, nothing hanging over. You literally can just see the fucking dead chicken under the bed, just out in the open. So how far did she think she was going to get?
Goddamn idiot.
And then so she actually got into the car and they're driving her, but now all of a sudden it's not the 70s anymore because the priest is the only one in the universe at this point with a cell phone, and it rings and he's like, oh yes,
I didn't even like,
yes,
I think,
oh okay, stop the car, and she's busted.
Yeah,
like what the fuck was that? Made no sense. I was like, wait, what decade are we in? I thought we were like,
you didn't say that when we were watching. I don't remember you saying that. Did you think about it later, kind of?
There was, I always think about stuff.
I know, but I didn't even, it wasn't something that I even questioned when we were watching it. It just happened, and I was like, oh, I don't know. But yeah,
I was still boggled by the chicken thing at the moment.
Well, you were
so
mad
about the chicken.
You were so mad about
I wasn't even thinking about it. Didn't even dawn on me. Wait a minute.
Now, they needed everything else in the end of the movie to happen. So that's one of those moments where there's always somebody that makes a dumbass decision. So they don't just get away.
Yeah, but that wasn't even the ending. They just brought her back and we just fucking...
That's what I'm saying. But we needed the ending to happen.
Yeah,
we needed like her to almost get away, and then she didn't. And also, she ran, and then they burned her feet. So we needed that reasoning to show why the old lady...
and she had seen the other nun that had those scars on her feet.
So I think it was just a dumbass moment. But yeah, it could have been done like... If she put it in the drawer and then the nun found it, I would have been like, oh, shit, man, she found her. Yeah.
She tried to hide it. Like, she didn't even try to hide it. And then they wound up saying, like, the woman, like, shames her. She's like, you stuck a dead chicken head in your cooch. Did you catch that?
Yes.
She's like, you're nasty. That's what she did. She stuck the dead chicken head in her cooch so fucking bleed or some shit. I don't know. So it would look like blood was coming out of...
I thought she just rubbed it all over her.
She put it inside. It's because the woman comments, she's like, that's blasphemy. You put the dead chicken inside you or something like that. I remember that, but I thought something about it being inside.
Oh, no, she did. She put the chicken head in her cooch. I'm just realizing this now. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, because the nun's like, ew, you're nasty. You put it inside you.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
All right, but I mean, that's a life or death situation.
Oh, no, I totally get it.
I would shove a chicken head up. Would you?
I'd shove it up my ass in a second. Get me out of a fucking nunnery.
Yeah, I know you would. I know you would.
God damn it. Just shut up.
Chicken head.
Oh, God. Anyway, all right. So what else we got left here? We got... okay. Well,
they find the whole thing downstairs with all the fetuses, all the monkeys.
Oh, yeah. Eventually she sees all the fetuses. She learns they've been trying this for years, and there's all kinds of failed experiments, and she's... well, I guess... So then they bring her back, and they get her all set up, and I guess was she going...
They burned her feet?
They burned her feet. But then at one point, the guy walks away and leaves her with the nun, and she gets that fucking thing and bashes her head in with it. And that's when I started cheering. Because I was so mad at this point. So mad at priests and nuns and every Catholic priest and nun I've ever known and seen and been, in presence of and schooled by and taught bullshit by.
All of them?
Every one of them, man. I was mad at all of them. I could totally see them doing that shit. Just like I got mad when they fucking all them they were, not to get political, but when they were all celebrating the overturning of Roe versus Wade, they all made me mad as fuck too.
Well,
so,
that's the
same
difference
thing.
of what they that's
same shit. I was so mad about this
nuns
whole
can't
fucking shit.
be agreeing with that, it's just against their religion.
Well, nuns were agreeing with this shit. They were fucking in on it.
This is a movie.
And so when she got that cross, started bashing that old nun in the face. Oh, fucking sweet release.
Yeah, it was a good
one.
one.
Oh, my
and
God.
She bashed her.
Oh, and they didn't shy away from showing it on camera. She bashed the fuck out of that old nun's face, and it was glorious. I fucking loved every brutal, bloody second.
Yeah, I love that.
It was awesome. Yeah. And then she goes out, the fucking whatever the cardinal, whoever that old fuck was, she goes out and chokes him the fuck out too.
Yes.
I was like, choke that motherfucker out. Choke him. I will say one of the scenes that made me mad, but then also made me got me amped too, was when she goes into when everything is but before she kills everybody, when she's defeated and she's in to do penance, she's in to tell her sins, and it's the fucking cardinal in there, and she's
earlier in the movie, you mean?
No, late in the movie, she goes in, she's beaten down, she's given up, she's there, and the cardinal's in fucking listening to her sins, and she says, "Why are you doing this to me?" You don't remember that?
I thought this was before she beat up the nun and killed her and bashed her face.
I just said this was before she kills everybody.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
You said the beginning of the movie. Early in the movie. I'm talking about the end of the movie before she kills everybody. Yes. Yeah. Before she kills everybody. This was her second time in penance. She was in once before. This time was the next time. And she's talking to the dude, and he says, she starts saying, "Why are you doing this?" and all that stuff. And he says, if God didn't want us to do it, he would have stopped us. And then, and you can almost just something clicks in her. It's almost unnoticeable, but
this is why
kind of how that, right. That's when she realizes God, that's her purpose.
Yeah.
Him saying that was the fucking trigger. And she's like, that's my calling, to put an end to this. And I was like, man, there it is. Here it comes. And that's when all that shit went off. And man, that was great. That was good. That's why I love the ending of this movie. And then to top it all off, so she kills them. She kills the other priest too. The young dude. Didn't she get
burns him?
Yeah. She burns him in the thing. But he
then
keeps
he comes
coming back.
Out.
Yeah. Of course, he keeps coming back.
Of course.
Because that's it wouldn't be a horror movie if he didn't keep coming back.
Gosh.
So kills him a couple times. Finally escapes. Now this whole time her water broke earlier, and this whole time she's also been in labor.
And I'm like, I've been in labor. I know that ain't it's not easy to just be in
the catacombs, running from this burnt up priest. She found her the other nun who they killed, that they cut the tongue off of, the Italian nun, the girl. And they Dan says half baked. And so then he chases her out. She crushes him before she gets outside, right? She crushes him in the thing.
I forget. It was 2 weeks ago. Yeah. I forget.
At any rate, she kills him inside of the catacombs, and she gets out. She climbs out of the catacombs.
Yeah.
And she's out in the outside of the fucking thing in the woods, and she goes into labor, and she's having the baby. And she's an awesome actress, dude. She was like, and it was like right on her face and super close up, and she's just like, and fucking finally you hear boom, it hits the ground, and there's no crying like a baby. It's just like gurgling and weird noises. Yeah, and
sometimes they do that.
Okay. I just thought it was like a deformity.
Usually,
I thought that meant that it was another deformity. That's what
I think that's what they were trying to, because usually if a baby does cry, you just squeegee their mouth and they'll start crying. But it was making gurgly noises that seemed like it was breathing fine, but maybe not all great. Yeah.
I figured from the way it sounded, it was not a healthy baby.
Yeah.
Another failed experiment.
I agree.
At any rate, I don't think she would have. I think she would have done the same whether it was healthy or unhealthy at this point.
Yes, she could have.
She bites the fucking umbilical cord.
And she could just leave this baby just to die. Oh no. Nope. You want to talk about your favorite part? I'll give you jazz hands.
She's looking around. We're like, oh, is she going to do it? And she goes and picks up this big ass rock. this motherfucker was like this, and she's walking over, and you're just like, no fucking way is she gonna do it.
Oh yeah, she did.
And you're like and this was cool too, because you wanted to see the baby. Everybody wanted to see the baby.
It's a Satan baby. Yeah,
everybody wanted to see the baby.
It's not a good baby.
But they weren't going to show you the baby in this at all. It was just going to go.
I think
this
it's
was the way it was
better
going to go. And I think it was better too to question what it was, because it leaves you with more questions than answers, which, as it should.
Was it beautiful? Was it not? Was it a goat? Was it we don't know.
Did it have horns and a tail? Like, what was it?
Yeah.
Or was it just like a human, because maybe Jesus was just a human? Or it wasn't Jesus's thing. It could have been one of the fucking...
Jesus was just a human.
I know, but it wasn't the Son of God. Whatever. At any rate,
he looked it.
It could have been it could have been one of the criminals. Didn't they put spikes, or did they just tie the criminals to the crosses?
No, they were crucified.
They were spiked as well, the criminals?
Yes, they were all crucified.
So how do we know it wasn't a criminal's
Barbarous, and what was the other one?
Spike that they cloned this baby.
I mean, we wouldn't know by seeing that baby anyway, because they were all
right. So at any rate,
Middle Eastern.
Dan says it's best not to see it. They were bringing the Antichrist.
100%. Or they were just testing God, as it will. But it's it's in that sense of storyline. Yeah, they're playing God. They're
yeah.
Trying to.
At any rate, she takes the big rock and smashes the baby. Yes, go there.
Yeah, he likes when you hurt kids.
I don't like when you hurt kids.
I'm kidding. Evil kids, I meant.
I just like an ending that goes there. All right. I like
that takes out the evil no matter what age.
I get sick of all the fucking catering to kids. That's what it is. I just get sick of everything has to be kid friendly.
Right.
No, it doesn't.
No.
Adults are allowed to have stuff, man. We can have stuff. It's cool. We can have R-rated stuff. We used to have lots of R-rated stuff, man. It was great. Mm-hmm. It's great. I miss those days. We don't have as much R-rated stuff anymore.
We don't. Yeah, we have more. Yeah, that's true.
No, look at my shit. Tarot, perfect example. PG-13.
I know, because they want, I think, a younger crowd to come in.
But you got all those cool monsters. Now you're gonna fucking cut the balls off the movie by making a PG-13. You can't have any blood. I know it's a bloodless horror movie. Ooh, fun.
Well, don't cut the balls off of monsters, people. PSA from Ronan James.
Don't cut the balls off the monsters. All right. Well, yeah. I guess that's about it, right?
Yeah.
We both recommend the movie. Mm-hmm. It's got its faults, but I
it was good.
That 70% was good enough. It was creepy, man, and I've really got into like the payback. There was a lot of like, I felt like there was like some women rage that like cathartically got released. Not that I'm a woman, but I rage with my women. I rage with my sisters.
Yes, you do.
Power to the matriarchy.
Oh my God, stop it. You're not,
down with the patriarchy.
You're not allowed to do that. So.
All right, I'm not allowed to do that. I'd be a lesbian.
Sure.
Yes.
You mostly are.
I'm getting a flat top.
Look at this hair.
I'm getting a flat top. I'm keeping the back though. Business up top, party in the back. I will be one hot lesbian.
Oh my God. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I tell you.
Flat top mullet.
Mm-hmm.
Damn right. All right. That's it.
Can somebody take him? Just take him.
And Di says Wolfman has nards, and let him keep the nards. Damn it. Keep the nards on the Wolfman.
Yeah, we say that quite often. Wolfman's got nards.
Speaking of Wolfman, got my Werewolf by Night shirt. Hopefully we see some more of him soon.
Oh, yes. Yes.
More Marvel monsters coming, I hope.
I've rewatched that a few times, actually.
We'll have to watch it again this Halloween. All right. Let's wrap it up, Steph Infection.
Okay.
And get back to work here at Deadsville Studios.
Oh, man. All right.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Check out Immaculate. It's on Amazon for like $3 or $4, I think, to rent. Maybe a little more than that. Worth a watch.
Yeah.
And make sure you go back Amityville Barbie if you haven't.
Please do.
more perks coming. We'll put out some stickers and some of these keychains and ways you guys can get them soon. So stay tuned and stay spooky.
Bye, Scream Hearts.